I attended Planet Comicon 2023. This is Exasperated Nerd Explains. I've been attending Planet Comicon in the Kansas City area since it was located at the Overland Park Trade Center and cost you only $10. Now, the cheapest entry is a single day Friday ticket, pre-purchased, which comes out to around $45 after fees. As prices continue to rise for entry, the question I ask myself more and more every time I go is the price of entry still worth it? You can certainly see a lot and experience a lot, but most of that experience is at even more expense, either directly purchasing items or meeting with celebrities. I'm mostly a box goblin, digging through the cheap boxes looking for random gaps to fill in or things I've heard about and sound interesting that have a low investment to try out. This year, more than any other, I noticed that most of the $1 and $2 boxes are now $3 and $4 boxes. It makes sense, costs go up, and it is expensive hauling these giant boxes around. But as those costs go up along with everything else, it feels like less and less of a value. It was also interesting how many vendors also carried these same sets of items, not just one or two things. And I know it's Comic-Con, that's to be expected, but several vendors had the exact same setup of fake weapons from anime and comics, and also had the same boxes with little collectible swords and whatnot. It was just surprising how much it was all the same from vendor to vendor. There's obviously still a large variety of items throughout, and some vendors are definitely unique, not even going into the artist alley or creator alley areas, but I was surprised this year by how many were also very similar that I don't recall seeing before. Most of the comic book creators are free to meet and will sign something for free, or maybe they will charge you to sign specific works of theirs or after so many signatures, but some may just charge for any signature at all. It's obviously based on their notoriety and if they want to make some extra money or not. The social aspect is probably still the best part of the experience. If you're going with a group of friends or want to see cosplayers walking around and interact with them, that part's obviously free. They have a decent food situation for a con, with lots of food trucks around, as well as several food stalls at different parts of the expo hall. Someone from Planet Comicon did comment on my video from last year, a few weeks ago, where I complained about the lack of appearance schedules hour by hour for different creators, and the comment mentioned that it was listed on the website, but also sometimes people just don't show up or don't show up at their scheduled times, especially on Fridays. One creator I noticed had a Friday thing scheduled, but if you walked to his table, it was printed out there, but someone had just crossed it out. And the only notice you get for that is actually going there and going to the table. So if I was going there specifically for that creator and had only a Friday thing and he just didn't show up, I would be pretty disappointed. It's something that can't get helped, things come up, but really does make it a bit dicey when you are going for one day and you definitely want to see a few specific people and you get there and they just aren't going to be there. I don't really engage in the panels and I engage less and less with the celebrities because I'm honestly at a point where I don't care too much about that, especially when big celebrities are usually a wait time of multiple hours. And then there's the fast passes to see the big celebrities, which I always find annoying. I'm already having to pay to get in, pay for an autograph, and then you have people who say, well, I'll pay more just so I don't have to waste as much time in line, which I totally get, and this sounds more and more like old man yells at con, but it's just something that I don't really appreciate as a fan. I still like the hunt of finding comics you are looking for, especially if you can get them at a good price, but each year I feel like it's less and less the sort of thing I'm interested in. Sure, I find better deals in person than I would on eBay or looking at other comic book stores necessarily, but is it enough of a difference to offset the $45 I've already spent just to get in. Unless you're spending a lot of money, it probably isn't. It's really more if you're really wanting to enjoy the experience and enjoy the experience of the con in general. That's obviously each to their own devices and each to their own preferences. Every year, like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to go again because I feel like it's less and less value, at least to me. That's all for today. Sorry for the random kind of rant. But if you like this sort of content, please consider subscribing to the channel, liking the video, and sharing it with others. Thanks for watching. Bye.